here's what we've got to look forward to this weekend in Serie A. We've got Udinese Bologna on Saturday. That's the early game. Fiorentina Juventus, massive game for Juve and Fiorentina, who've been really struggling this season down in the relegation zone. That's at midday. The late game on Saturday, Napoli needing to bounce back against Atalanta. And then on Sunday, we've got Cremonese against Roma, Lazio, Lecce, and then the big one, that huge game at San Siro. Just 2 points separate Inter and AC Milan ahead of the Derby della Madonnina. So much to play for in the race for the Scudetto. Is our Italian correspondent Francesco Porzio with a preview of that game.
Hello there, it's a big weekend in the Italian Serie A and Italy for the first Derby della Madonnina of the season between Inter and AC Milan that takes place on Sunday at San Siro in Milan. It's a huge game because AC Milan will have a big chance to overtake the Nerazzurri if they win the Derby, as they only have a 2 points gap between the two teams ahead of the Derby. The game will likely be affected by some injuries on both sides. Inter will have to deal with the injury of Denzel Dumfries, who is also likely to miss the game on Wednesday against Atletico de Madrid in the Champions League league phase, while AC Milan will finally see both Christian Pulisic and Rafa Leao starting in the 3-5-2 deployed by Massimiliano Allegri. It's a big factor because it's the first time actually they will play together in the Serie A, because they only play together in the opening match of the season, the Coppa Italia match on August 16 against Bari, and after that both players dealt with some injuries. First was Rafa Leao, then Pulisic was injured twice, so for this reason, they couldn't play together basically until Sunday, and that's going to be the first time they will play together. So let's see how they will combine, how the two will play together, but that's definitely a big factor and something that Allegri can count on, hoping to win against Inter.
Yeah, some good points there from Francesco, particularly the Leao-Pulisic sort of partnership, what we could see in this game. Inter have the advantage, a slight advantage in terms of the table. Which team needs the win more, do you think?
I think Milan need the win more. I think Kivu probably needs the win more. I think if you're looking at the team, it would definitely be Milan to keep themselves in contention to win Scudetto. I think obviously Inter with Kivu, he's looking for that statement victory. I wouldn't count necessarily the victory against Roma being that. Disappointed against Juventus most recently, disappointed against Napoli earlier on. I think Inter need a big win and a statement win to just show everybody that exactly who they are and what they are, and they mean business when it comes to winning Scudetto this year. But Milan also themselves, getting healthy is going to be important for them. If you can get that partnership rocking with Leao and Christian Pulisic, they can cause real threat. But let's not forget, let's make no mistake about it, Inter are the leading goal scorers by a mile. They've scored 26 goals in 11 games already in Serie A. That's phenomenal. And they're getting better. I wouldn't even necessarily say that Inter have reached their full throttle just yet. There's still room for improvement from them. But I am looking for that big victory from Kivu. So I would say to him personally it means more. But to Milan in particular, just to showcase that they are a challenger this year, these are the games you've got to win. They've got a great record now in the Derby, most recently. Very difficult to beat them for Inter. But it's going to be a top performance from Inter Milan that's going to have to take to beat them.
You mentioned Inter's record so far this season and falling short a little bit against the bigger teams. Is the jury still out on Kivu?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you got to win the title to satisfy your fans, first and foremost. And I think to satisfy the leadership, you've got to do that as well. They have had some good victories. I count the one against Roma a good victory, but not a statement victory. I do think that they've got probably the best squad of players in Serie A. And I'm actually intrigued to see how Kivu handles this situation. We saw obviously what happened at the beginning of the season. But this is very difficult and underestimated AC Milan side, who I think with Pulisic and Leao up there, and Pulisic's been great, right? When he plays and he's healthy, he's got 4 goals, a couple of assists in the 7 games that he has played. He's probably one of the best in Italian football right now. But Milan, I'm waiting for them. I want to see more. Yeah. I want to see more from Allegri's side. In these types of games, in front of your own supporters, you've got a big opportunity to just showcase exactly how good you are. So, yeah, of course, the heart's telling me a little bit to lean towards Milan, but Inter are probably the favourites, and they are for the bookies going.
Let's pick up on Francesco's point there about the fact that we haven't really seen Leao and Pulisic playing together, which we should see on Sunday. Make the case from a tactical and a technical perspective. Why should those two work well together? Why is Leao going to make Christian better, and why is Christian going to make Leao better?
Well, I think it's been proven, and I still am waiting for Leao to really be that match winner that we know he can be. Listen, this kid has absolute world-class potential, but we want to see consistency from Leao. And I think Christian Pulisic has a tendency to bring the best out of players. So in big games that requires big players to step up, there's no bigger than this game. This is a derby game, one of the biggest in world football, and an opportunity for Leao and Christian Pulisic to make an absolute statement. They've done it before in this game. There's no reason why not to do so again. But I would not be surprised if Christian Pulisic's the one who leaves his statement more than anything else. He's the one who's flying high right now. I have absolutely loved going into the betting when it comes to these games, because when you look at it, there's really not much of a favourite in it. It's 1 against 3 in the table standings. But you can actually find good odds there. Christian Pulisic to have a single shot on target in this game is plus 100. So you can clearly see that the bookmakers and probably everybody out there is leaning that Inter are going to score goals in this game. So Milan need to find a way to do so as well.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be an entertaining game. We've seen quite a few 0-0 draws recently in Serie A over a couple of weeks before the international break. So we're hoping we're going to see a bit of action towards the goal. Let's see a banger of the game. We have had them in the past in the Derby della Madonnina to look forward to on Sunday.